Cameroon Minister of Territorial Administration, Paul Atanga Nji, has officially told the bar president that only the head of state can actually create a minister, that only the head of state can assess a minister, that you people cannot assess a minister, that you also people talking cannot assess a minister, that only a head of state, the head of state, President Paul Biya, can actually assess a minister, if a minister is working or not. He was addressing and told them that the lawyers should maintain their role and they should not interfere. So all of you Cameroonians, when you go on air and say, oh, this is happening, oh, this is happening, oh, this is not happening, know that only the head of state can assess a minister. You cannot assess a minister. You are not the head of state. So anybody in Cameroon who say a minister is not working, which means even the prime minister, head of government, cannot assess a minister, cannot evaluate a minister, cannot say this minister is performing, this minister is not performing. Which means that all these awards that other ministers have been winning, where award organizer will come and say, oh, this minister is the best performing minister. It means that they ought not to have done that. It means they will be. According to Mr. Paul Atanga Nji, they should not even dare, because it is President Paul Biya, Commander-in-Chief of the Armed Force, that can assess or evaluate a minister. Which means that even those people who came out and were saying that Chiruma did not perform well, Chiruma failed as a minister, blah, 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 they should stay quiet. They should be quiet. Because only the head of state can assess a minister. Not even the prime minister can assess or evaluate the minister's performance. It is the head of state, commander-in-chief of the armed force, can assess the minister. So when I hear political analysts come and say this minister is not working, they should know that only the head of state can assess a minister, according to Mr. Paul Atanga Nji. So the bar president actually talked about the post-electoral issue. Now, I want you to watch this video.
Yeah. The bar is represented here by the forum of the Bar Council members. The entire Bar Council would have loved to be here, but since you indicated I should come with 2 or 3 collaborators, if I knew it was an event of this grandeur, the entire Bar Council would have loved to be here. Because the Bar Council is made up of the representatives in different regions. So it would have been good that they should have heard to take it back to the various regions. Your Excellency, I feel very, very humbled that you extended this invitation to us. I think it's a very salutary approach. It's a very, very salutary approach. We are gladdened. We are gladdened by the fact that the bar is invited so that we can together see how we can move ahead. Before I proceed, the bar pledges unconditionally at all material moments its collaboration with whosoever to foster peace in our fatherland. The country is ours, it belongs to us, and we are all Cameroonians. Your Excellency, I just wish to react globally because the details of the discussions will be done in a week. I've heard what you have said, and the first thing is I will pray you, I will urge you to cease me officially, because I cannot consider this presentation that I have been seized to open up an investigation or any interrogation of any lawyer. So once I am seized officially, I will therefore take the necessary procedure provided by law. As to the issues that have been said here, Your Excellency, I do not want to say that I want to impair the credibility of the figures that we give here, but it is my fervent wish that perhaps a mixed commission be put in place so that we work and give you the sources of our figures. Because the figures that we will be giving you will not be a matter of there are 6 deaths here, or there were 9 here, there were 10 here. We will be giving you with names. We will be giving you with names. Because I keep saying it, just like you say that some members of the bar, equally some members of your ministry, or not really your ministry, some elements of the forces of law and order go above board. Some go above board, and we must be able to say either it is wrong, whether it is a gendarme, whether it's a police, or whether it's a lawyer. There is nobody that is above the law. There's nobody. There are cases that we know, it's written, and I have been seized officially of a particular case in Douala where a man was shot, not at the brigade, not in the demonstration, but in the quarters. Until this day, the wife is clamoring for the cops. She's not been able to. I sent a team to go to Douala. The team went, met the military state council, the commissaire gouvernement, and they requested that it should be a formal request. It was written. They went to the mortuary. The mortuary said no, it should be the director of the hospital. They went to the director of the hospital. The director said he was waiting for instructions from the hierarchy. I'm sure this has not been brought to your attention. There are many others like that. There is a particular case. When I got here, I asked him, the secretary, to get me the name. There's a case of a lady that a stray bullet got at the balcony. And they went with her to the hospital. She was hospitalized. But the military people got there and said everybody who is admitted pursuant to the protest and all of that should be treated but should not be released. That they will come and collect the people thereafter. And that caused panic, and some people with wounds and all of that escaped from the hospital. Perhaps we were not informed. Your Excellency, something very, very important that caught our attention is, which you have omitted, is the communique of the governor of the littoral region, instructing that people who were arrested pursuant to the October 12 post-election crisis should not be given food, that they should be fed at their own expense. There is that communique, except I read it poorly. But that is something, Your Excellency, I wrote to the governor. Telling him those are the things that give a negative image of our country. I am yet to receive a reply. And I thought I was going to equally, the next step was to write to your high office. Your Excellency, there are lots of issues that we decry. And when we decry some of these issues, it is not in any way intended to mean that we condone vandalism. It is not in any way intended to mean that we encourage the people who are burning and stealing and all of that. But we, as the custodians, as the main actors in the field of justice, we are saying that no matter the circumstances, let the basic principles of law be respected. Because there was a gross violation of the rights of the citizens in the course of the arrest.
Now we'll talk on those issues after.
And Your Excellency,